Hello and welcome. This weekend we have our Feast of All Saints, which is deferred from Monday here in England and Wales. So our meditation today is going to be on the Feast of All Saints. This particular feast teaches us that holiness comes in all sizes and shapes. The saints are rich and poor, young and old, warriors and peacemakers, hermits and organisers of charities, parents and celibates, scholars and those who can't read. Every era has its saints, as does ours. So I think if there is one thought that I would like you to take away today is, remember, saints are not just people up there in the sky that we love to be named after. And we follow them because they are our models. But models of what? The only reason a saint becomes one of those saints, recognised by everybody, canonised by the church, is because they give examples of love, God's love, and they're great at it. Not because of any other reason, not because of miracles or wonders or wonderful sermons, nothing except that they loved people with the love of God. All the people that came into their lives will be touched by God's love. And because it is God's love, the love of God shines through in their own lives. That is what we want to do today. Not only to treasure and praise the great saints who have been great models throughout the years and centuries, but most of all we want to remember all those forgotten saints, the people who raised us in our family, the people who told us funny stories, the people who wiped our tears, the people who walked a few steps when we thought we couldn't walk any further. In recent months, during my illness, I've personally met many such people who are on their way to sainthood, if not already saints. I came across this little poem during the week. I want to share it with you. The saints are like windows. Through them the light of God's wisdom streams into the world, banishing the darkness and brightening the road for uncertain travellers. Through them the warmth of God's love radiates throughout the world, banishing the coldness, warming the hearts of even the most forlorn of his creatures. And through them we catch a glimpse for a moment of another world, a world that lies not just beyond the walls of our eternal home, but even beyond the stars. We must remember that we're not a tarnished piece of junk that came out of the closet. You are indeed seen through the eyes of Jesus and the eyes of God, that beautiful and shining, radiant light to the whole world. Each and every one of us has received a call to holiness at our baptism, and it is the task of each and every one of us to respond to that call with all our hearts. We were given the gift of the Holy Spirit, and the fact that we have the Spirit means that there is no limit to what we can be set to know how far it is possible for us to go in responding to God's call. Many people have a false idea of what a saint is. For them, saints are people who've never committed a sin in their lives, people who are always shining with virtue, strong-willed, humble, pure, who never lost their patience and who never thought of themselves but always of God and of others. But this is a fallacy. It implies that the saints were saints from the cradle onwards. In other words, the saints were born saints. But the saints were not born saints, they became saints. They underwent a conversion, a change of heart which resulted in a change of life. And this change didn't happen overnight. It was the result of a long and painful struggle. So there is hope for all of us today. Wishing you all a happy feast. God bless you.